Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this will be part two on this Volvo XC90 with the throttle actuator codes. I have already rigged the camera and I was able to pull the connector or the harness. So I had the connector up higher and then we can see the activations, or I'm going to try to do that. So I just set up the ignition on. I already replaced the battery. So we have a good fully charged and brand new battery from Interstate. Um, Let me just select the scanner. For this, I'm going to use the Hotel. This is the Maxis is Elite. I don't know if you guys were able to see any activations on the throttle valve or actuator. Uh, in the meantime, I was going to set up the ignition back and forth. So I'm going to do auto detect. And see that it's slightly open. And I know that I'm going to set up more codes because I got, pressure sensors, what it looks to be an idle control valve or PCV valve. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that, but I mean, that's not related to what we need to do here. So, let's set you guys back a little, or set the camera back a little so we can both see what I'm doing. Hopefully, all right, that's better. So that's a 2008. Not sure if probably better without the light. All right, so we're gonna go diagnosis. We don't have to do the auto scan. We're gonna go to the engine control module and probably good if I erase the codes. Well, you see that I have a whole bunch of new codes, but those are not important for me. So we're gonna clear the DTCs, and yeah, so far it's just giving me the barometric pressure, which is good because I need to do active tests. Um, Total valve. 1 second, guys. All right, back in business. All right, let me get you guys closer to the scanner. It's a little out of focus. Come on, camera. This software sometimes doesn't really know what to focus on. Okay, that is good. All right, so now we have um, reading on the TP or throttle position sensor 1 or circuit 1 and 2, kind of like very close to each other. So we go to 25% and they're staying very close. I will show you in a second the throttle valve itself. And right there, they're both in the same reading, 75%. The throttle valve is moving perfectly. A little bit of a discrepancy, not much, and then 100%, which both are agreeing. All right, so now I'm going to go back so you guys can see now the throttle valve itself. And well, I will be pushing down. We're in 100, as you can see. The throttle valve is fully open. Let's see how it looks with the light. Yeah, okay. So 75%. And TP1 is saying 7318, TP2 7333, 50%, 4925 and 4925. That's perfect. On 25%, we had 2416 and 2445, which I'm not sure if that's good or not. And that's 0%. So I can really reach the zero, and actually it's reading minus 0.35 and minus point 0.035 on both. So they're agreeing very accurately. There is a slightly difference on 1 and 2 and on the 25%. Again, it's 2416, and yes, so something that I didn't like on this number 2. I went from 2445 to 23 something. And I mean, for those who knows wire integrity and power and ground, these kind of systems, they share, for these two throttle position sensors, they share the same power and ground. The signals are the only ones that are different. So it shouldn't be a difference in there. And the motor is brand new. So let's keep trying this. I'm going to 50%. And on 50%, they're both right in the money, 49.25 and 49.25. Hopefully that shows. It's just not trying to cover up. Yeah, the glare is horrible. I'll make sure you guys can see both things, and it's gonna be very hard. Hopefully, I know the glare is horrible, but at least you can see there. Okay, 75%. That's like a, I don't know, 15.15 a percentage difference in between one and another, which is nothing. So, and that's calling into 75%, so 100%. And I mean, the actuator, most really, I don't see any hard things. So let's go from 100 to 25. They move very good. Back to 100. Yeah. 0, 100, 0. They're both agreeing. It would be nice to, in this kind of test, that you can do a graph, because then you can see if it's any glitch or not. But I guess it's not that important. So we're in 0, 50%. They're perfect, 100%, 0. See, in the 25% and the 70% is where we see a little bit of a discrepancy. Like right here is like 0.29 of percentage. If I go to 75%, is where they're not agreeing. Yeah, like in the perfect number. I don't see. I mean, this is. I mean, it's not 100% clean, but it's just installed, so it's normal. It has dust in it. But again, if I go to 0, both read the same. If I go 100, both read exactly the same. 50% is exactly the same reading. I don't see anything wrong with this. Again, the only thing that I was experiencing, it was the the terminal loose. Like we got a problem with the other connector in there, but that has nothing to do with the throttle actuator. And let me show you, since we're here. Let me turn this slice off. Okay, we can go to 0. We can escape this, and as you can see, that it goes to not 0 exactly, to that percentage, which is whatever it is right now. And we can see that in live data. All right, I noticed that with the car not running, it doesn't actuate the throttle. All right, so there's nothing we can do here. So the only thing that I wanted to show, and That will be into my data manager. I think it's a PDF that I save. Yeah, the freeze frame. Glare is not so bad. All right, so I'm gonna find the PEDs. Okay. All right, so I shared this on the other video, but I will show it or yeah, share with you guys again too. It's a little hard. Let me get the camera close. So we have 782 on the total position one, and then the number two, 4342. And that's why I set up the code. That's not what we have now. So I cannot condemn the actuator because as you can see right now, it's moving freely. So I cannot even put anything back together because the connector that I'm waiting for has not arrived. So let me go back to the diagnosis one more time. We'll do a test once again, but this time you guys seeing it there? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna put them in the 25%, which is it in there, and I'm gonna wiggle the wire just to see if it's any changes on values or in the throttle itself. Let's go to 50. I don't see any issues, and this is the only thing that can possibly give bad readings or so. You can push a little on the connector, but everything is fine in there. So yep. That's as much as test I want to do. I know that I have powers, I got grounds, and both signals are here. So do I really need to check anything else as integrity from here to the computer? No, I don't. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm going to stop the video here, wait for parts, and then keep going. Okay, guys. On this Volvo, I have the connector already installed. I replaced it, and as you can see, hopefully on the video shows this is brand new. I just replaced the connector itself. Terminals and wiring is fine. As you saw, it was just the tabs. This is the old one. So this is the broken pieces, and this is the tab. So at least you guys can see now that I did replace it. And this is how force sends it. So you have the wires, and this is the package with the OEM number, just in case any of you need it. And it worked out perfect. So I'm now going to install the intake manifold with the actuator, and also I want to show this. We're replacing that coolant reservoir because it's broken, and there's I guess part of it. Yeah, it looks like a sensor connects on the bottom, and also want to show see all that. This is like a the corrosion that the coolant gets when leaks. Um, Now the intake is clean. I cleaned the manifold. I'm going to put the gaskets in there and install back. As some people mentioned, they don't want to see too much of a install and removal, so just the diagnosis. So I will show you when everything is back together. All right, guys, I got everything installed back, and now hopefully shows in the video that that resonator is no longer even near that fan. All you have to do, you have to be is a little careful when you're doing work. So we put the coolant reservoir new with the cap and the sensor that goes in it. So right now all I have done is kind of like I did a vehicle because I want to make sure I erase all the codes. And I start, well, I will start the car again. So we go engine control module with the codes, which most likely will have a whole bunch of, yep. Let's see if we can erase with the car running. System pass, it looks like it did. Yep. All right, so we got no codes, car is running. Let's see if we have any special function about like, let me see what it says. Resetting and adaptation. Nope. It looks like there's no idle relearn or nothing necessary. That's the total valve test that we did before. All right, so let's turn the car off and restart to do let the computer do the self test. It's a little weird sometimes because I'm hearing myself on the microphone. For some reason, it creates I can hear my thoughts. Okay, this bench is a mess as well. That's the old reservoir, and as you can see, that was just leaking a lot in there. So that's on new, and this is the sensor that goes under. For some reason, they send the new, but I mean, it's not gonna be anything expensive in there or anything expensive. All right, so let's check the codes. No codes. And I am actually happy with that because if you guys remember, we have a self-test code at the beginning. So if we go over to right here, um, that the manager PDF, and that's the Volvo. These are the codes that we had before. And as you can see, this one, the 122477, is a self-test wrench on the TP sensor B, which was the main issue. I hope that it doesn't happen again. And all it was fitting, terminals, and that connector routed wrong. But if it comes back, the actuator is going to have to be replaced, which I didn't do. All right, guys, this will be the end of this part, and the car again is running good. The self-test went perfect. So I'm just going to test drive the vehicle and let it go. All right, see you next time, and happy 2019 for all of you.